All right. Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all. I haven't had the chance to really meet all of you, but we've been interacting on emails. My name is Shuchi, and I'm one of the co founders of the Chennai Photo Biennale Foundation. We're very excited to have you all participate in this workshop. You've already done, I think, two intense sessions with Alex. And this is a sort of a new process, at least for us. And it's very interesting that Alex has managed to make it work sitting in the UK and all of you here in Chennai. And I'm very glad that we're able to kind of have this collaboration thanks to the British Council. So today is our last session where we are going to hopefully see your work and your presentations and hear you talk about what your experience was and why you chose some of the things that you choose to photograph. But before we start, I wanted to welcome Alex once again, and I wanted to ask him that how was his first impression about, let's say, the city of Chennai and whatever he saw through the works, and what did he feel? And then maybe we'll go one by one to all the participants of the workshop. Over to you, Alex.
Thank you. Um, so yeah, it's like these little tiny bits, of a city, and that just kind of hint at a wider picture. And I've been thinking a lot about what you remember from a place and what what, because we wander around and we see so many things, and then but there's the things that stand out to us, the things that stick in the memory. And actually, a couple of 2-3 days after you've had any experience, most of that detail is gone, but it's the things that sort of remain. And I'm interested in that, what makes a memorable thing memorable, because obviously it's somewhat it's it's a personal sort of thing, but there's also research about getting AI to look at images and things, and trying to discern what is memorable and what isn't. So as the process of this workshop has been very much talking about the technical process, and that's a lot of what we focused on, was how to do this thing, how to take these photos successfully, how to translate them into 3D objects. But this is a chance for us to sort of discuss the more experiential side of that, and again, you don't need to necessarily justify why you chose a thing, or but I think from the results that I've seen already, I mean, they seem, you can imagine why they would be a memorable sort of thing. So obviously we will have this sort of collective experience of this, very, very, I mean, I have no idea about Chennai. I mean, but I'm going to have a very specific experience of very, very tiny parts of it. And again, it's that process of sort of seeing it through other people's eyes and other people's experiences that I find fascinating. So yeah, just really, really excited to see what the results are.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. I completely agree. For somebody who's never visited the city and who has probably never witnessed some of the culture over here, it's these tiny parts of the city that have come to you are your first impressions, and I hope they are interesting ones. So maybe we can go around the room and start with Akhil. Akhil, why don't you share a little about how your experience has been? And maybe you can also share your screen so that you can share a little bit about the work you made, why you chose what you chose to photograph, and it would be nice for everybody to hear that. I can't hear you, Akhil, at all. No, we can't hear you. Maybe can you directly connect to the laptop speaker and remove your headphones. Sometimes that helps. This frame is stuck. Um, maybe we reconnect with Akhil in a bit. Okay, maybe we move on to someone else for now. Rowan, do you want to go? And you're on mute. You can unmute yourself.
Yes,
Hi.
let me present my screen actually.
Sorry? Yes.
Can I present my screen now?
Yes.
Since you are
Yes.
present.
1 second. Just give me a second. Okay.
Uh,
Yes.
yes. Ma'am.
Okay.
So the thing I did was like the surrounding of my college actually. So what I could find here was like an auto because this is a busy area, so no vehicle or you can say shops to everything are busy. So what I did was uh, I saw auto actually. It was like crashed into a wall. So that was still that I could find nearby me. So
Can you maybe make a selection and go full screen so that we can see the photos?
uh,
Is it
you need
possible?
to see the photos, ma'am, or like
Yeah, maybe just a glimpse of the photos and then see how. Okay. Okay, this is fine. Yes, this is fine.
uh,
Thank you.
so this is the thing I could actually get. This was my first project now, and I could see like it wasn't proper at all. So what I did was like, okay, let me start from small things. So I did a shoe actually. Uh, I actually did a shoe, and it was like, okay, this is a little bit clear, better than the auto which I did. And slowly I tried to improve things, but there was a lot of mistakes. So I couldn't do anything perfectly. I don't. I mailed Mr. Alex that I couldn't do it. It's hard. So he kind of helped me with some links, and he showed me he gave me a link that of a video which could help me. Uh, so uh, I did it with the photo ma'am, actually. It's loading.
And Rovin, tell us which part of Chennai are you based in? Where are you?
Ma'am, I'm actually from Coimbatore. I'm in hostel, Loyola hostel, and I'm trying to do near me due to the time and so on. So
Wonderful.
the next thing I did was a photo of Jesus, and it was a little bit perfect, but the back one was a little bit shiny, so the processor couldn't get it. You can, uh, it was like full gold plated. It was so shiny that I couldn't get the back part. I tried like 3 or 4 times, but I couldn't get it. The response. So the processor just gave me this thing, and this is like nearly good now. And then I did try a road stall too. It's like a road stall that ma'am, that street shops and all. Uh,
And the road stalls are called kadai, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Correct.
So Alex,
Roti
that's
kadai.
a little bit of Tamil for you. The street stalls, the carts are called kadai in Tamil. Okay, it's taking a bit of time to load.
Can I actually open it in a blender, ma'am?
Sure.
Sorry, ma'am, my process is it's a little bit slow.
No problem, no problem. Is there anything else that you want to share with us, Rovin? Like, this is the first time you're using photogrammetry?
Yes, ma'am. It's my first time actually.
Right,
Like it's my first time doing a 3D animation too.
right.
So it was a little bit tough for me because I don't know anything about photogrammetry or 3D animation. But this software, when I implemented or taught it to my friends, they said this software is easier than what is Photoshop to create 3D things and all.
And do you
So
think in the future you might use photogrammetry in building some of your work?
of course, ma'am. Yes. Actually, yes, ma'am. This is really useful. Actually, it's new and it people can understand my work now easily. Like you can see my work, right? The 3D work.
Right. Thank you, Rovin. Alex, do you want to contribute something here at this point?
Thank you.
Just really interesting choice of. I really enjoyed the car in the wall. I thought that was a really because with all the distortion and the sort of that you always get with photogrammetry as well. It was like it sort of crashed into the wall and then exploded digitally, and I sort of like that idea. And I know you. I mean, we covered a lot as we said, and so I wasn't always expecting everyone to sort of kind of be able to do anything, but you got there, and it's looking good. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Rovin. Akhil, are you able to maybe unmute yourself? Let's see if we can hear you.
Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, it's audible now.
I'm using two devices.
Yes, you're using two devices. That's fine. But are you able to share your screen and show us some of your work?
Sure, ma'am.
Okay. And also tell us a little bit about where you are from, and are you also staying in a hostel? Why did you choose this particular image? Can you tell a little bit about yourself as well?
Ma'am. My name is Akhil. I'm from Tirunelveli. I'm doing BMM animation in Loyola College, and I chose to speak like I have to capture like so that I chose to speak.
Sorry, not able to hear you very well, Akhil. Can you speak closer into the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I chose to speak like to I have to capture more than 100 pics to render the 3D model correctly.
Okay.
To speak.
And why did you choose a camera?
I'm like uh, I can capture this image like anywhere. I don't have to go outside to capture anything. I want the result. I want the result like to exactly like the object, so that I chose the camera.
Okay. 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 And how did you find the process? Was this your first time? Did you were there any challenges? Do you want to share something more?
I'm like uh, I'm an aspiring 3D animator. Uh, I I take too much time in doing 3D models, but this photogrammetry technique is very useful. We can capture the object and directly make a 3D model with the pictures. It takes it like saves more many time. and I animated this in Element 3D. I didn't choose Blender.
Okay. Okay. Alex, any thoughts from you on Akhil's work?
I really like the sort of self-referential taking photographs of a camera. Seems so there's a very nice irony there, which I liked, and I think your end result and this animation you're showing us now is yeah, really nice. Like really, you've really sort of captured the as you say, the use of photogrammetry, of sort of being able to create 3D models quickly and just kind of be able to sort of work a bit more spontaneously. So yeah, I'm really happy if it's a good tool for you to use as part of your workflow, and yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Akhil. Thank you. Okay. You can probably stop sharing your screen so that we can move to the next participant. Who would like to go next? Rosario, do you want to go?
Yes, I will. Hello, hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm Pavitran. I'm a student. So basically, like I was interested in 3D modeling and animation. Like I used to draw. Like I need to take it further and make a living of it. So I chose 3D. So the photogrammetry process, these kind of things was very new to me. Like I wasn't, I didn't know it was there at all. Then, Alex, thanks for sharing this story. It was a huge opportunity for me, like to know all these things. Photogrammetry, like I've made some of the models. I just made 3 of my models, like, which I'll share it right now. Can you see us?
Yes, we can see. Thank you.
Hello?
Why don't you share a little
Can you
bit
see it
about
now?
what this is? Yes, we can see your screen. Yes.
Okay. My internet connection is not stable.
Can you hear us?
This was
Yeah.
This was one of my projects. This was I did. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Pavitran.
Okay. This was my second model. I did it because it was, I thought it can be
Sorry, I don't think we're able to hear you, Pavitran. Maybe if you can turn your video off, it might be better. If you can turn your video off.
or something. So I just tried it to go, but it came up nicely. Like,
Sorry,
I thought it
Pavitran,
was
can you
useful
repeat?
for.
Can you repeat the
use.
last bit because we weren't able to hear
Okay, I'll
you?
try.
Can you just repeat the last bit that you said?
Is it okay right now?
Yes, it is okay now.
Now it's all right. Eh? Now it's
Yes,
okay.
we can hear
This was my
you.
second model.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. This was my second model. I thought it could be bit tough because of the shade lighting and then natural cost that I had, but I managed to take a photo. Like it turned really nice. But I in my case, it was nice. Yeah. I'll show my next model. This was my first model, which I took. Had a.
Sure.
I just made a tree. Just made a simple tree because
Right.
Yeah, I thought I need to manage the software to get used to it. So then I can manage to get incredible, like next level pictures. Uh, I asked Alex, can I do some water or reflected bubbles or something? Like he
Uh-huh.
said, we can't use on reflective surfaces. So I just I tried it, but it doesn't came good. Like I had a model here. Okay, I'll show you.
Well, it's good that at least you tried something different.
Which
Yeah, you have to keep on experimenting to learn what works, what might not work.
is,
You won't get it right the first time.
yeah.
And that's how photography works essentially. You keep trying, you keep adjusting your tech specs, and then you kind of figure out along the way what's going to
Yes,
work for you in the style in which you want it.
yes,
So is there another work that you will be showing us, or
yes. I have another
okay,
one.
okay.
This was the a time picture of. I just it I can't take a picture of from the top or from the bottom below the you know at the in between the part. So just I take a full 3D model of I just take an all like pictures on the sideways one.
Okay, we're seeing the older picture. Are you going to change it for us?
I already changed it.
You already changed it, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I'm seeing the earlier one that you've shared.
The tree part.
Yes.
Okay. Try to.
Maybe try stop sharing and start
Yeah,
sharing
maybe
again.
try stop sharing and then share again.
Can you see it? Can you
Yes.
see it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now we can see it. This is beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. This was the part I was talking about. I couldn't take a
I'm
in
sorry. I don't
between.
know if it's just me or can everybody
So
hear?
I just made a. It was
Yeah.
from the third floor, so I just can't. I didn't want to climb up and take a pictures. So just I made a bottom.
Okay, we lost a little bit there, but this is very interesting what you're showing us. Alex, what are your thoughts about Pavitran's work here?
I think that especially with the first one you showed us, there's obviously you're getting a really beautiful light there, that sort of really lovely warm sort of diffuse light, and then the subject that you've actually chosen is kind of really sort of juxtaposed at the other end of that, so you've kind of got but it's sort of surrounded by sort of nature, so it's this there's lots of sort of conflicting things in there, which is quite fun, and this is a really nice sort of collection of industrial parts, and you've got some really nice concrete details, and it's the sort of thing that if I had something like that, I'd start chopping it up and creating new sort of structures with it, but it's there's lots of really interesting shapes, so yeah, turned out nicely.
Thank you. Thank you, Pavitran. This is quite interesting. And I'm also very happy that you tried, different things. I think that's also very important,
Thank
that
you.
we don't just stick to what we have been taught, but we go one step further and we also try and see what we are curious about. And I think that's what will lead to more interesting work. Thank you, Pavitran.
Yeah, I'd like to inspect more things about the photography.
I mean, I also would want all the other participants, in case if they want to say something about any of the works, please feel free to raise your hand, or you can put it in the chat. This is not really just a question answer session. We are all just seeing the works that everybody has done. And it would be nice to hear your voices and your thoughts as well. What did you think of Pavitran's work, Rowan's work, Akhil's work? We've seen 3 works until now. Feel free to put it in the chat box. We're all learning from each other, so it's also important to hear each other's voices over here. Does anybody want to share something or say something? You can just raise your hand and unmute yourself. Anyone? No, not at the moment. Okay. Okay. Well, let's move on to our next participant. Rajit, maybe would you like to share your screen?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
But I need Alex's help on this one.
Sorry.
I need Alex's help on this one. Something just happened. Like I went
Okay.
into Blender, and
Okay.
then when I going to navigation, I just fell down. You know how you
Oh.
fall down and you skydive? I got something like that and lost all my work. So could you tell me
Oh.
how to go back up?
Oh, wow, Alex. Now that's where you have to help him.
What to, yeah, show me your screen and
Yeah, I just
I'll try
fell
and
down
help.
to it.
So you could maybe try clicking on the camera icon on under the XYZ.
Yeah. Okay. But without this, I'm lost.
Yeah. So under the the red, green, blue. Yep.
So this was my first object of choice. I want to make like this scary teddy bear kind of thing. I'm from Chennai, born brought up. I want to become a concept designer. So for me, photo inspiration from real objects in real life, new designs. Hello. Yes.
Okay. There was a little bit of a lag, but yes, this is very interesting what you've tried to capture. Are there any more edits or any other object
Yeah.
that you tried?
There's this work which Mr. Alex did called Kolkata. So
Uh-huh.
I want to make something like that,
You want to make
walking
something
through
like
the
that?
street. So I put these up.
Okay. So, is there any other work? Sorry, I didn't catch that. That you want to share, or is this the only one that you worked on? Sorry, Rajit, we can't hear you.
Hello,
Yes.
is my screen frozen?
I mean, we are
I
seeing
guess
the
so.
image that you showed us earlier, but I don't see anything new.
Again, let me share it again.
Yeah, just stop sharing and then start sharing again.
Here.
There's a little bit of a lag. We're still waiting to see your screen. Also, your voice is coming a bit interrupted. I think there's some connection issue at your end, Rajit. We aren't able to hear you or see your new work. Okay, yes, now. Now we can.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can you share your screen again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Not yet. Just waiting for it to load. It's loading, but I don't see the work.
Can you let me know when it's visible?
Yeah, we'll let you know. Right now, it's just a gray patch of Blender.
Then it must be visible because I've fallen back down again.
I mean, we can see the Blender platform, but I don't see
Yeah,
yourself in it.
it's because I've fallen down.
It's again
I've
fallen
fallen to
down.
the
Try
bottom.
clicking the camera again.
Yeah. Why don't you try the same process that Alex just shared? Can you hear us, Rajit?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Okay. Can you try?
Can you see this?
No, we aren't able to see the work. I can only see a page open in Blender. That's all. Sorry, everyone, a little bit of
Again, then.
connection issues. It's quite slow. Rajit, maybe we come back to
Yeah,
you later. Yeah, is that okay?
okay. It
Yeah,
is still
it's not,
not visible.
no, it's not visible at all.
I'm using my phone and showed on the phone camera.
Ah, okay, now it's visible.
Can you see the painting?
Yes, now we can see it.
It's a 3D painting. Is my audio off again?
It keeps cutting off, but you said it's a 3D painting.
Yeah, it's made of gold.
It's made of gold.
Yeah,
And where is this?
this is in a temple near my house.
It's in a temple near your house. Wow. Okay. And why did you choose to photograph this particular image?
This
Or this?
basically shows us about Indian culture in such a way where you can look at it in it's like you at the place.
Okay. Okay. Alex, any thoughts on Rajit's work?
Yeah, I mean, I really like. I mean, I like your choice of artifacts. Also like you know, you get all this really nice texture around it as well. You've got, you know, like with the wall switch and the sort of the plaster on the walls looks really interesting and kind of uneven, and it's a sort of interesting idea. This you know, you've taken this picture which is hanging on a wall in a temple and kind of brought it home with you, you know, and now you have a
Now
kind of
to you guys,
copy almost in your computer, and you can look at it anytime. And it's you know, it sort of becomes its own sort of thing. So it's, I mean, I don't know how happy they would be to know that you've done that, but I'm just saying it's artistically it's an interesting idea to explore, you know, the sort of sharing of artifacts and especially ones in you know, temples and things where they're sort of, you know, treated as kind of these precious kind of artifacts. So I like it. Yeah, I like what you've been how you've been experimenting with.
Yeah, I completely agree, because I think when you're working on getting some elements from a city, what are these little kind of images or props or symbols or textures that belong or that can represent a particular style or a particular something that's very specific to that particular city. And I think this is a very interesting choice that Rajat has made to share a little bit about the culture or the religious sentiments, that may be a certain part of the citizens follow over here. The wall texture is definitely very interesting. And thank you, Rajat. I'm sorry there was a little bit of a technical issue at, I think, your end or our end, but it's good we are finally able to see your work. And thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed working with photogrammetry, whatever little that you experimented.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You can stop sharing your screen. Thank you. Maybe we can move on to Maheshwaran. Hi, Maheshwaran.
Hi,
Hi. Could you share your screen and tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from? Are you in Chennai? Uh,
I'm from Kanyakumari district and
okay.
I'm very passionate about filmmaking.
Okay.
And for this, I just took my bike and I was just uh, riding along the Coimbatore flyover and I found this Sandro very interesting. So I used this car as my object and it came out like this.
Ooh, that's quite animated. It could be a scene from Fast and Furious or something like that, but with a Santro. So why did you specifically choose the Santro? Like, what did you
Yeah,
like
it
about
was
it?
it looked like it was abundant for some reason it was very interesting to me at that point and I just took photos of it and yeah.
Okay, interesting. I like what you tried to do with
I'm
it.
very much into cars actually.
Okay,
So
you
the
like
Sandro and
automobile.
all are nostalgic.
Santro is nostalgic. At
Yeah,
least this model is nostalgic.
yeah, very much. It's
Okay,
almost extinct now, so I found this interesting.
okay, okay. Interesting. And do you have any other work as well that you would like for us to see?
Actually, I tried a small scale Hot Wheel, but it didn't come out that well. So it's not worth sharing.
No problem. No problem. It's all right. I'm glad that you tried this, and I hope you found this interesting. Uh,
Yeah, I
how
found
you're
this
able to
very
use an
interesting,
object.
and I thought I would just implement this technique into our projects.
Yeah, that would be very interesting to see. And maybe once you've done that, you should stay in touch with Alex and share what you did later.
Yeah, of course.
I think the whole idea of this workshop is that you meet a mentor. And I know that you connect over a few days, but let's say if you continue to use these softwares and you continue to make some work, keep sharing it with your mentor and get their inputs as well.
Yes,
Yes?
yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Maheshwar. And Alex, would you like to share some thoughts? Sorry, you're on mute, Alex.
Sorry, I was juggling windows there, because specifically for filmmaking, I'm posting a link in the chat to a YouTube channel for a guy called Ian Hubert, and he the first link on his page is a video called Dynamo Dream, which, especially if you're into filmmaking, you might want to watch that, because it shows how photogrammetry can be used in Blender to generate films. And that's what he does. He makes incredibly complicated kind of science fiction films using Blender, using photogrammetry a lot. So so yeah, I just wanted to sort of pass that on. And specifically, I mean, you know, I think that idea of sort of, you know, you're going around and you just see something that interests you, and you know, for whatever reason, and you can just kind of capture it and, you know, take it back with you, and maybe, you know, maybe you don't use it straight away, or maybe it'll end up in one of your films in like the background somewhere, or you know, as some sort of you know, sort of detail in a film. So I think yeah, I thought you did quite well. I mean, cars can be quite challenging. I mean, as we discussed with the windows, the reflectivity and things, but from the looks of it, what you did turned out really well. So yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maheshwaran. Any
Thank you.
thoughts from any of the other people here in the room? Anybody would like to say something? What have you found most interesting until now? Rowan, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Well, my those works were better than my works, because my works had some holes on it. Uh, uh, so I would say Maheshwaran's work was like it was clear, it was better than my thing, and I can expect help from him. So it's really good, ma'am. Everybody's project. And thank you.
Thank you, Rowan. Any other comments from anyone? Rajit, Surya, Pavitran. Okay, so maybe we move on to our next participant. Maybe Surya, you want to go next?
Sure, ma'am. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay. So first of all, good evening to you, and good afternoon to Alex, or maybe good morning. Okay. So first of all, I want to thank Alex for like taking his time and teaching us something, you know, which is like even my course can't teach me too much of these things. So here are my works. Let me share my screen.
Yes, are you able to share your screen?
Yeah, sure. One second. So this shoe, can you see? Is it visible?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm sorry if there is a technical issue. I'm working on the least, I mean, low spec laptop, so it might be like looking at this. Are you able to see it now?
You can see your cursor, but there's just a kind of pattern on the screen.
I think it's just loading, so maybe we give it a couple of minutes.
I think everyone is facing the same problem because of sharing the screen.
You can try turning your camera off as well.
Turn it
Yeah, okay,
off.
sure.
and maybe share again.
Okay, is it visible now?
Not yet. Not yet.
I think I'm having like some kind of glitch here.
Okay, maybe Surya, we come back to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
and,
I
and
think
we
that's a
can,
good idea.
okay, okay.
Don't want to waste it much time.
No, no, sorry. I mean that you're facing technical issues. So maybe can I request Pugar? Am I saying your name right? How do I say your name?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, nice to meet you. Let me start my screen. Am I, am I audible?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear. Can you check the chat?
Hey, am I audible?
A little bit. It's breaking, but a little bit. Maybe Rovin, Rajat, Surya, Maheshwaran, let's all switch off our videos. Maybe it might help. Yeah.
Hey, now, can you,
We've switched off our videos, but you can try sharing a little bit about yourself and your work, Pugar.
one sec, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Now we can hear you.
Okay, okay, thank you. My native is actually Tirunelveli, it's south of Tamil Nadu, but I was born and brought up in Mumbai, and I'm back to Tamil Nadu for my UG course. I'm more into photography and cinematography. So this is my first workshop from Chennai Photography Biennale, and it was uh, suggested by our photography professor. And I really actually looking forward to this because I already knew like a little bit about Chennai Photo Biennale, and was like to be honest, it exceeded my expectations, and I really enjoyed the whole course because it literally made a huge process into as simple as possible. So thanks for that. Yeah, and this is my work.
Can you share what this work is about and why you chose to do this?
This is actually my first work. We practiced it, and uh, I think it was mentioned like something how to represent Chennai, around Chennai places. So I went around my PG. I live in a PG. So I thought it would be really interesting to take this electric post, add some colors here and attach some textures. And it was really, to be honest, it really turned out great, I think, for my first try. And I add some colors to give it some effect. Can you see this?
Yes, we can see it, but your voice is not very clear. Can you speak closer to the microphone?
Uh, yeah, I'm trying my best actually. Is
And
my
do you
work
have,
showing the colored
yeah,
part?
do you have any other work as well?
Oh yes, let me open. Can you see now the second work?
I can see the same image, but with a pink background now.
Yeah, it's really delayed. I think so. I'm on my
Okay.
second work. Let
You
me
want
show
to
the
just
first
switch off and share screen again?
I think it's working now. One
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, now
Can you
we
see?
can see. Yes, we can see.
Yeah, this is my second work. I wanted to scan this bike. I tried. I went for max settings, so I could get a really good render, but it will turned out that great because there was lots of reflection I think. But yeah, this is my second rendering. This is a CT100 Hero Honda classic bike from India. Yeah, this is my second render.
Thank you. It looks very cool. Looks very cool. Alex, your thoughts on this?
I mean, yeah, we saw the first one in the workshop, and I really like it because I think it's one of those. Oh, that's nice lighting. Where you sort of take a picture of a. Well, it's more than a kind of picture because it's like the street scene. It's a thing that you sort of walk past, all the time. But because it's in 3D, because you've kind of caught all this extra detail, you can sort of revisit it as you're doing now, sort of zooming around, looking things at different angles, flying above it, going underneath things, getting kind of impossible angles, and you can sort of really find all the interesting details that were in that one. And this one you've done a really nice job. I mean, that's a really nice capture of again, a bike is quite a complex shape. There's lots of sort of hidden bits. There's very thin bits like the spokes, which you've done a good job on sort of capturing it. Again, it's the sort of thing which if you really wanted it to be totally photorealistic and be doing close-ups, you'd probably need more pictures. But as a sort of mid-range thing, as a it would totally work. You could totally use that in a film or a render, or so that's, yeah, you've done really well.
Yeah, yeah. I tried my best, but the photo was definitely not enough for me.
Keep trying. It's very interesting. I love the colors and how you've rendered the work. It's really quite interesting to see this. I hope you make more work, all of you, and we are able and stay in touch with us and keep sharing with us. It would be lovely to maybe do some catch-up sessions even later. Even this is very interesting. Tell us more about this.
Yeah, this I shot this morning. I was in a hurry. I thought the corner was really interesting to me. I don't know why. It turned out decent. Not I haven't done any lighting or so, but yeah, just some basic work. A quick scan. I haven't positioned it also. Let me show another one. This is a mechanic shed near my PG. Yeah, this all represents the streets of Chennai definitely. You go around busy place like Chulai near my college, you can definitely see places like this. yeah, that's it. That's all my work.
Yeah,
Thank you.
again, I really like the lighting that you're doing on it. It's very, very nice.
Thank you, Alex.
Well done, Pugar.
Thank
Tell
you.
me, how do I say your name? Sorry, how do I pronounce your
It's,
name?
Pugal, that's it.
Pugar.
Pugal.
Pugar.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Surya, maybe Pugar, you can stop sharing, and Surya, maybe you want to try again.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, we can see it, Surya.
Yeah. This was my first project. So I did a shoe. Uh, this is a shoe. It turned out really great. So I thought I can do like more things. But while doing this, my computer took too much load and it automatically shut down. Um,
What was
I
it
think
that
it's
interested you about the shoe? Why did you choose the shoe?
so. Why did I choose this particular shoe? Is because there is a guy who is called Virgil. Virgil. He's an CEO of Off-White. He's a designer. Hello.
And did you kind of not want to capture a little bit of the floor or the background or something more?
So I tried to set my settings in high, but it turned out Alexa told me like if you have a great computer, just try to like do in high. But my computer's
Sorry, can't hear you, Surya. Surya, can you hear us?
ma'am, yeah, ma'am, I can hear you,
Okay.
but I am not sure you can hear me.
Yeah, we missed you for
I
a
think,
bit. Is there anything else you would like to share in your work with us?
ma'am, I would like really very much like love to share my works, but my screen is like really
Okay,
frozen. I can't like figure out
no
what to
problem.
do.
No
I'm running on.
problem. Maybe what you can do is, Surya, just take photos from your phone while they are on your computer, and later on you can send them on email to us. At least we'll get to see them. But tell us about your experience. How did you feel about working with photogrammetry? Surya, are you there? I think,
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe Surya, you can stop sharing your screen. Surya, are you able to hear us? What you can also do is maybe, since there's a bit of a technical issue at your end, you can also type it out in the chat. What was your experience of working with photogrammetry? Just type it out in the chat. Thank you, Surya. I'm just going to maybe move on to our next participant, who is on LA Paramita C. If you could come on and
Hi,
Hi.
Shuchi. This is Paramita from British Council.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking it's one of the
Hi.
participants. Hi, hi. Hi, Paramita. Yeah,
Hi.
sorry, a lot of technical issues today.
No. It's been very wonderful. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
No, of course. Okay, I think maybe we've covered all the participants. Is anybody left? I think we've covered most of the participants. If you want, you can come back on the video now that we've all seen some of the works. Um, First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you. Really, really interesting, very cool works. This is also very new for me. So, congratulations to all of you for putting in the effort. I hope that you will continue to practice, and I'm sure there are a lot of tutorials as well that you can refer to. And maybe if you have some questions, Alex, would it be okay if the participants could email you? um, and yeah, and maybe if you have some questions about the current works that you have made, you can email Alex. If you are building some more new work going forward, please continue to share it with us and with Alex, and we'd be happy to kind of do one more Zoom call with all of you at some point. It's really been lovely, but I'd also like to bring in Alex again. Alex, now that we've seen everybody's works here, what do you feel? Is there a possibility for us to see maybe one video where we could have a mesh of everybody's work? Is that possible, or
Well,
maybe?
I mean, yeah, it occurred to me like you guys should all get together and make a video. Share your models between each other and because then maybe, I mean, we watched the Kolkata video that I made as part of the workshop. So if everyone shares their models with each other, then that then you'll have a whole bunch of things that you can play with and actually maybe start collaborating and making some sort of animations, like you saw I did. You're sort of moving through streets and you can sort of go around corners and find unexpected things, and so it could be a really nice platform to collaborate on and just kind of explore the process further, because I think you all really and obviously it kind of helps, you're all coming from a photography background, and but to just kind of explore the city, explore this kind of technique further, and get something sort of interesting out the other side. And of course, yeah, I mean, if I'm happy to answer questions, and or if you sort of want pointing in directions or whatever, yeah, you have my email, so very happy to respond to that.
Yeah, thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. And I hope that all of you, try and collaborate. That's a very interesting point that Alex brought about, that you've seen each other's works now. Most of you are from the same program. So why don't you kind of figure out that who's going to collaborate how, and build something more fun, and maybe share it with us once you're done. And it would be great for us to, I mean, also maybe put out these works on our social media handles and tag all of you, because that's the cool part, that everybody gets to see. Like, they don't get to see all the hard work that you put in, but they get to see the cool results of your work. So we'd love to put that out on our social media platforms. So whenever you feel that you're ready, over the next few days, maybe if you're I mean, I've taken some screenshots today, and if it's okay with everyone, I might make a post with all your screenshots that I've taken today. What would be helpful is if you could, I'm just checking if you all shared your Instagram handle with us, but if you haven't, then maybe can you just put it in the chat over here right now, with your name. So put your name and put your Instagram handle, so that I can at least take a screenshot and save it with me. Yeah, if you can just put your Instagram handles, that would be great. And once you're done with your final edits of your work, maybe just share it with Alex once, and Alex, once you're a bit satisfied with the creations, why don't you let us know in what form could we have this work finally? Can it be like one video with everybody's work coming in, or how do you see could be a final form for us to kind of just save this as?
Yeah, I mean, we could do, you know, very happy, like, you know, if you want to share things with me via, you know, Google Drive or whatever, and send me the models, and I can sort of put them all together and just kind of do a sort of fly through, something like that. Yeah, that wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that would be great. I think if I remember correctly, did Priya share a folder with all of you to put your images? I think your first images. Did my colleague Priya share it on email with all of you, one folder to put in all the images? If not, then we'll share it on Monday, and maybe you could all just put your final works in there for Alex to view. And it would be nice to have a culmination of the output of your works, you know, and we can share that. But it's been really great. I hope everybody's put their Instagram handles. I see maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are the others not on Instagram? Maheshwaran has put, Robin has put, Rajit Pugar has put, Rosario has put. Who am I missing? Am I missing Akhil? Are you on Instagram? Do you want to just put your Instagram handle? Yes. Okay. Pugar has shared Akhil's. Okay. Okay, this is great. I'm going to take a quick screenshot of your Instagram handles. Just give me a second. Just a second. Thank you. And it's been great. Do any one of you have any thoughts to share? Would you like an advanced workshop with Alex on this? I don't know. Maybe
We would
after
love to,
some
ma'am.
time. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. We wanted that.
You want to? Okay.
Yes.
Alex,
Yes, we
maybe
would.
we have to work on some other dates later.
Yeah, sure. Of course, I'll be happy to discuss it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And I hope all of you had a great experience. As you all know, we continue to do a lot of programs at the Chennai Photo Biennale Foundation. Our office is in Adyar. So if at any point you would like to visit us at our office, please feel free to write to us. And we also have a beautiful photo book library at our office. So if you ever want to come and browse through the photo books, please do feel free. Paramita, I don't know if you want to just turn on your video so that I can introduce you to everyone. Sorry, I didn't realize that was you. Today we have with us Paramita from the British Council. And hi, Paramita, good evening. Thank you so much for joining and for your encouraging words. So it's thanks to Paramita that we were able to bring Alex for this workshop, you know, and you must follow British Council as well. They also keep having a lot of interesting programs. They have a beautiful library in Chennai, and they have been one of our partners for many, many years. So I encourage you to also follow them and some of the interesting programs that they keep having. And it's been wonderful to have you all with us. Keep, join our newsletter, actually. Join the CPB newsletter, because that's where we keep announcing a lot of our other workshops and talks and programs. So stay tuned with us. It's really been fabulous. Thank you so much, Alex. It's been wonderful. And thank you for spending all that time over the works. We'll all stay in touch. We'll share the folder link with all of you once again. And we hope to have your works. Please do make sure that you share your final works latest by Tuesday or Wednesday, no later than that, so that if Alex needs to work on something, you know, at least he has some time to work on it as well. But thank you. Thank you, Paramita. Thank you, everyone. See you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks, everyone. It's really great working with you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Me and Alex.
Thank you.
Good day.
Bye, everyone. It was wonderful. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.